The world of chess has been anything but quiet this week. We have Judit Polgar being inducted into the World Chess Hall of Fame, the Tata Steel Rapid Blitz featuring so many of the top grandmasters in the world, and then with the FIDE Women's Candidates Tournament is continuing, and also, last but not least, we are saving Hans Niemann's updates for the end of the video. Don't skip ahead just yet, but there's updates in his tournament play and also in his ongoing lawsuit. First up, you have Judit Polgar, who is an absolute chess legend, and she goes and gets inducted into the World Chess Hall of Fame. Amongst her accomplishments include being top 8 in the world, a peak FIDE rating of 2735, and also competing in the candidates tournament. She's beaten 11 different world champions, including Magnus Carlsen, Anatoly Karpov, Garry Kasparov, Vishy Anand, Vladimir Kramnik, Boris Spassky, so many amazing chess players, and Judit has taken them down either in rapid or classical chess. Judit was the first female chess player to break through all sorts of ceilings, and this is her quote from the induction ceremony. "We must continue to work to ensure that more girls experience this ancient game's beauty, knowledge, and benefits. I take every opportunity to convey the message to the girls and people around them. Strive to make the most of their talents. Because if we do not limit girls, if we encourage and inspire them to persevere and build their confidence, they will succeed in any field of life." Well said, and congratulations to Judit Polgar on her induction to the World Chess Hall of Fame. Next, we go to Kolkata, India, where the Tata Steel Rapid and Blitz events happen. It's two different events. You have the Rapid, which is a round-robin tournament, and then the Blitz, which is the double round-robin tournament. So you play each opponent twice in that event. And here, the Indian superstars absolutely shined. In the Open Rapid Tournament, you have all three top finishers being Indian super grandmasters. You have Nihal Sarin in first place, Arjun Erigaisi in second, and Vidit Garathi in third. In the Open Blitz section, you have Arjun Erigaisi, who took first place, followed by Hikaru in second place, and Mamudarov in third. Just look at how stacked the field is. It's absurd. Meanwhile, in the women's rapid event, you have former women's world champion Anna Ushanina winning in tiebreaks over Nana Zanidze. And side note, Harika Dronavalli won third place in both rapid and blitz, and she is fresh off of having a baby just 3 months ago. This is her first return to competitive chess. In the women's blitz section, despite being an international master and competing against mostly grandmasters, Indian chess prodigy Vaishali R took home first place, beating out former women's world chess champion Maria Muzichuk and again Harika Dronavalli as well. What an intense week of competition. They literally played 27 games at minimum throughout the two events. Next up, we had the FIDE Women's Candidates Pool B stage, which is going on in Hiva, Uzbekistan, and you have the Battle of the Alexandras. Alexandra Kostanuk spelled with an X versus Alexandra Gorechkina spelled with a KS. And Gorechkina, despite having chances in the first game, ended up not converting. And in the interview, she said, "I'm just warming up." How intense is that? You have a chance to win, you don't convert, and instead of being upset about it, she's just like, "I'm just warming up. Don't worry." That is a champion mindset right there. And that ultimately probably helped her overcome Alexandra Kostanuk, as Alexandra Kostanuk actually had a slight advantage in game 3, but Gorechkina found very resourceful moves and ended up converting it to a win for her. Side note, the two Alexandras also had an amazing quadruple pawn stack in their second game. I mean, how often do you see something like this in professional chess? In the other quarterfinals, you have Tang Junyi playing against Katerina Lagno, and oh my goodness, Katerina Lagno was down on the clock significantly in every single classical game they played. So when they finally got to the rapid tiebreaks, it seemed like the time deficit, even in rapid, ultimately resulted in Katerina Lagno's downfall, as she was not able to find the most defensive resources in those critical moments. So Tang Junyi advances to the semifinals to play against Alexandra Gorechkina, and the winner of that will play Lei Tingjie for a chance to play Zhu Wenjun for the Women's World Chess Championship title. Okay, so now what's going on with Hans Niemann? Well, he's currently in Spain right now, playing in the El Llobregat Chess Open event. What does that mean? Well, I think it translates to wolf cat, so I'm not sure where the origin of that name of the tournament comes from, but it's an interesting one. Hans starts off hot with 4 wins in a row. Since then, he's had 2 draws, so he's at 5 points out of 6 rounds, and he's moving through the chess ratings quite quickly. I think he's at about 35 in the world right now in the live ratings, and the fact that he's playing all these high-level tournaments and still doing well, is a little counterintuitive to the points he made in his ongoing lawsuit against chess.com, Hikaru Nakamura, Magnus Carlsen, and Danny Rensch. Because one of his points is that he's unable to play in events because the defendants are colluding to keep him out of chess events. But either way, the update in the lawsuit, the judge released a statement saying that Niemann's complaint is procedurally defective. And what does that even mean? Well, I asked my friend who is a Harvard law trained lawyer, and he basically said that Hans's lawyers just need to restate and correct obvious deficiencies. In his words, this is first year of law school stuff, actually first week. In the meantime, chess.com has filed a motion to dismiss, and even Magnus Carlsen's lawyers stated, after years of trying to curate a reputation as the bad boy of chess, plaintiff Hans Niemann wants to cash in by blaming others for the fallout from his own admitted misconduct. If you were to treat the lawsuit as a chess game and Hans was playing with the white pieces, what would you evaluate the position of the lawsuit right now? My guess is that it's probably around -8. Let me know in the comments below what you think, and until next time, happy learning, everyone.